Luxor is back, okay. Back when the game first came out, Luxor was a force to be reckoned with, mostly because the light type was the best type in the game, and therefore soon after that got a nerf, which unfortunately made Luxor go straight to the bottom of the tier list, unlike everyone's tier list. It had only light type moves, it couldn't hit plant types, but now it finally has a coverage move, okay, with Fire Breath. It can finally hit those plant types now. So there we are. Also going to go over Luxor today. Also, you guys enjoyed the channel, feel free to subscribe. And if you like the video, make sure to leave a like. It really helps support the channel. And with that being said, let's hop into the video then. Okay, well, I'm going to go over the Luxor then that I'm going to be running. So for the personalities, we are using Very Nimble, Tender, and Frail. Going to be boosting our speed as much as possible. Frail, we're not using melee attacks, and Tender, I don't want to drop anything else. Also, if I drop range defense, probably going to get range attack increase. If I drop range attack, I do less damage, so melee defense is the only one that makes sense. Item, Light Essence, just so my light type stab moves are going to do as much damage as possible. For the ability, Illuminate. Its best ability, its secret ability, changes type plus type moves into light type moves when you use them, gives them a stab bonus and a little bit of a damage increase along with the light essence, which means Raging Howl is going to absolutely nuke. So there we are, so that's why we have Raging Howl. You can use other things if you don't like Recall, because Raging Howl, because it's going to absolutely nuke opponents, is going to take quite a lot of recall itself, but it's still worth using in my opinion. I mean, that's the entire point of Luxor, is to try and just use Raging Howl and abuse that massive damage. On that though, we have Fire Breath, like I said in the intro. It finally got a coverage move, okay. They can finally now hit the plant types, okay, that have been walling it for so long. So Fire Breath is just also to help me hit plant types, and also it lets me hit metal types that you're weak to. So it's a really good coverage move, especially for Luxor. Although on that low, we have Dice Burst. You're most likely not going to be able to click Dice Burst too often with Luxor because it is very frail. So unless you bring it into Revenge Kill like an Obsidian and predict to swap out, it's going to be very hard to get a Dice Burst off. But if you can get one off, oh boy, Luxor's going to be absolutely nuking with that Raging Howl. And last but not least, we have Flash and Flee, which is just mostly like the best move you can really run in the 4th slot. Like, you technically have like Scapegoat. It's not really good on Luxor low. Like, some people run it back in the day with like Health Amulet. Isn't really worth it on Luxor anymore. And then also we have, I guess you could run Luminous if you really want to, but Flash and Flee is the best one because it also can get some chip damage, and also you can swap out at the same time. So I would rather run Flash and Flee in the last slot. And then for the TPs, 200 speed, making it as quick as possible, which I'll get into why in a second. 200 range attack, making it just hit as physically hard as possible. 60 energy lets me go for a Dice Burst, a Raging Howl, and 3 Flash and Fleas or Fire Breaths. Or you can go for 3 Raging Howls and a Fire Breath or Flash and Fleas. So just a really nice number to get to at level 50. I think it's like 237, which is nice. And then the rest of them, I just run to the health. Now then, I'm going to mention straight away, okay, most people are not going to be running Very Nimble on their Luxors. Most people are going to be doing the exact same thing to Luxor that they do to Sorchi, which is get rid of the Nimble and run Very Smart. Sorchi does the exact same as well. Basically, it drops Nimble for Very Smart, so it can just hit as super hard as possible. Most people are going to be doing that on Luxor, which will just absolutely obliterate like tanky Loomians, because that's a huge damage increase. But for me, because personally, my teams usually get 5-0'd by Vesperatu, and my only really stop to Vesperatu is my Garbantus that I usually have on like all my teams, or some kit times the Spreezer. That's like the only looms I really have to like deal with Vesperatus. So because my team is so weak to Vesperatu, I would like my Luxor to outspeed Vesperatu with this Very Nimble, and also just make a pretty nice revenge killer. So that's why I'm running a lot of speed on mine. Also, the 200 speed paired with Very Nimble lets me actually speed tie Tatab, so if I get the good coin flip and the Tatab is weakened a little bit, Fire Breath will just KO it, which is also nice. Although, if it does outspeed me, it's going to do a lot of damage back to me, so it's like a really risky, but that is why I'm running a really quick Luxor. Like I said, most people aren't going to be using this one. Most people, and I probably would say the Very Smart one is definitely way better than Luxor, but again, in my situation, just for Vesperatu, I think it's worth it because a lot of people use Vesperatu because it's really good. Anyway, enough being said, okay, let's hop into the battles. Okay then, hopping into the first battle, I see a Wobelisk, okay, so I can actually use Fire Breath potentially against it, and I do see a Cephalops, which I wanted to bring my own Cephalops, but I thought, since I'm using Gobodemic, I do want something to help me with like more poison, so I brought Bloatox. Although on that low, looks like a pretty difficult team to actually use Luxor, but we're going to try it and see what it can do. Okay, I think this is the team I'm going to go with. I don't want to lead off with Spreezy, but I have like 2 seconds left on the countdown, so I don't really have a choice. Anyway, Gonna lead with the Volcaloa, which actually isn't terrible for me. I think I can stay in. I'm actually kind of curious as well, like, what if Luxor can tank pretty well against Volcaloa, but obviously Volcaloa here is gonna be very interesting because they can, like, easily set up on my Spreezer because I don't really do, like, damage output, so I guess we'll go for the Pestilence. We're gonna try and trap it in, and then I guess we'll try and get a Sap Plant off. We are gonna go for the Brawn boost, so we have Volcaloa. Gonna be really scary, but we have got Gobidemic. We can easily revenge kill it if I get it weak enough, so I'm not gonna be like too scared about it. Although I am kind of scared about the Swalder a little bit, okay. A little bit. Savage Greed, that's actually gonna do absolutely nothing. Even a +2 Volcaloa, honestly, I thought that would do way more. I think I missed. Oh no, it didn't. Okay, I'm gonna say I thought I missed, which would have really sucked. Okay, here, we've already got Sap Plant off and Pestilence off, so I can basically just go for the weights and just maintain my energy. There's no point really needing me to attack now, so might as well just, like, keep our energy high, get to keep our health high as well with the Sap Plant. As long as it doesn't crit me, I should be fine, but I guess this turn I can actually go for the Pestilence, not the Pestilence, the Ferroblast, just to deal a little bit more damage, okay, and then tied with the Sap Plant and the Pestilence damage, it should get KO'd, so see you later, Volcaloa. So getting rid of Volcaloa is a nice one. I don't think it would have caused too many issues for Luxor. I mean, it would have hit really hard, but I think it probably would have lived. Oh, it lived in like 2... Oh, okay. Okay. I'm gonna say it lived in like 1 health. No, Pestilence, nice. It got rid of it. And Spreezer's at full health still. I lost 2 health during the entire 1v1, so I'll take it. There's Revenine. Well, we got Blowtox. Gonna go for Water Fire Breaths. They have like potentially like Spirit Move, or Dark Surge, so can't really use a Luxor against Revenine. That is gonna be a pretty unfortunate one, but we can use it to try and break through the Wobblisk, also like the fire moves, which I guess we'll see because it might be like a range tanky Wobblisk. I don't know what people are using a Wobblisk right now, and I can also use it potentially to help me with the Cephalops, potentially a little bit. Also, that did a lot more damage than I thought it did. I think it went for Dark Surge, so... No, did he go for Dark Surge or was it Spectral Burst, that one? Well, either way, I can't really swap out into anything else against the Revenine, so basically just going to stay in. I'm just going to go for the Aqua Jaws just to get some damage on it. Going to go for the Ghostly Howl. Oh, I just live, yes! Okay, I think I actually went for the Dark Surge. I missed! Come on, bro! Give me a break. I should have just gone for a Rejuvenate. I should have just healed myself. Okay, then. Same here, really. Can't really go into Luxor. He should just go for Dark Surge here, just so I don't, like, go back into something else like my Luxor, just get a free swap in. So, yeah, I'm just gonna stay in. It sucks losing Blowtox this early on, especially. I mean, I just wanted to hit it. It's actually good I didn't go into my Luxor, because that would have really sucked. So, yeah. That really sucks, though, that I lost my Bloat super early. If I just hit that, Aqua Jaws, that would have been so freaking good. Anyway, gonna just go for the Air Blade. Also just gonna try and revenge kill the Revenine. Gonna save for later. Makes sense, make use of its ability later. And there's the Wobblisk. Okay then. I'm a little bit interested. That did not do anything. It's actually a health amulet one, so going to assume it is a bulkier version. So we're gonna go straight into Mutagon here. Not gonna click Mega Punch. We could go for the Brawn boost, but Revenine, so we're gonna go for the Telekinetic Sweep. There's a Power Focus, okay. Still don't really know which one it is the range attacking or the melee attacking? If it's the melee attacking one, it's probably Sharpen instead because of Haste, so I'm going to assume it's a range attacking one, which is really bad for Mutagon, but we're gonna click Telekinetic, predicting the Revenine to come out, which is most likely gonna happen, and I should... Actually, it's gonna be a Swalder! Even better! Potentially getting rid of Swalder in one clean sweep? Easy peasy, although... Now we have to deal with the Revenine coming back in, but we know that he has Revenine and the Wobblisk. There's the Revenine. So we mostly have to deal with... actually, Spreezy isn't really that great here. I could actually throw in the Spreezy, like, sacrifice it, go into my Luxor and potentially Revenge Kill. So, yeah. It mostly depends on what the last one is, though. Like, Cephalops, Spreezy isn't really going to help too much. So gonna go into my Spreezy here, basically just sacrifice it. I'm sorry, Spreezy, okay, but you're doing your job. You got rid of Volcaloa. That's amazing. So yeah, I guess we can try and throw out the Luxor, though. that's going to do so much here. Critical hit. I don't think that was necessary, but hey, that's fine. He is running out of energy low. It's just most of the Dark Surge. I don't know if I can tank a Dark Surge. I'm going to assume that I potentially can, because it's not stab. Although I could just go into the Gobidemic, go for the Muck Blast, which, if he stays in, is annoying, but I mean, could be way worse, so I think it's probably best if we're going to Gobidemic to try and go for the Revenge Kill. I am going to click Muck Blast tier low. Not going to click Air Blades. If he stays in, that's fine, but he's going to be out of energy, or very close to being out of energy, so it's not too bad. I'm going to make predictions though for the Wobblist to come back out, just so I can also get as much damage as possible. Cycle the Sedimars. Okay then, well, Luxor isn't really going to do too much here, because Sedimars is just going to wall it for absolute days, although we can go into our Mutagon. I mean, it's obvious that I'm going to do it, but I don't really have any options left. Turns out, Spreezy was really good to keep still. He's gonna go back into Revenine, right? Yeah, okay then. So then, Mutagon is still really good to keep for that Wobblisk and the Sedimar, so I still kinda need it. Gobidemic is still really, really good though for that Revenine, but sorry Gobidemic man, you are going to have to swap in. Although, let me think about this. Would he go for Spectral or Dark Surge? I feel like he would go for Spectral, so I'm gonna try to make a play, because Luxor's not gonna really do anything in this battle anyway, so might as well try to make a play. Ghostly Howl, nice, we got it. He has enough energy left to go for a Dark Surge, but that's it. He has no more energy left, so now we're gonna go for, we could actually go for a Dice Burst and then click Raging Howl. I can also potentially go for the Flash and Flee, try and get back into my Mutagon, and then just try and sweep with that. That could also potentially work. I think I'm just going to go for the Raging Howl though. It's going to do good damage either way. So yeah, actually going to swap out probably into the Sedimars, I would assume. Right? Actually the Wobblisk, okay. How well is this going to tank it? Pretty well still. Pretty well. Okay. Well, we're going to go for the Flash and Flee this turn then, or this time. Because, oh actually I could go for the Fire Breath. That'll probably be enough to like two-shot it from this range. Although the health amulet as well, so maybe potentially not. I think I'm going to go for the Flash and Flee. If he predicts to go and goes back into Mutagon, I mean, it's actually Sedimar, so that's not terrible. We can go into Mutagon though now, and I can just click Telekinetic and do some damage to something, so not exactly terrible, okay? Not exactly terrible, so just going to go for the Telekinetic. It is going to be obvious that I'm going to go for it, and he's just going to basically hope that I miss it. If I miss, that's going to really, really suck. Is it Wabba? It's the Wabba. Gonna probably try and bait out the Brawler. Actually, I get a critical hit. Well, Mutagon is kind of cleaning, which you love to see. Can't really do anything to the Sedimars though. Yep, there's the Revenine. Only got one move left, so we're actually just gonna go for the swap into Gobidemic, maybe? Or should I just stay in? Because I mean, I think I'd honestly just kind of stay in. Actually, yeah, do you know what? I will. I'll just stay in, go for the Telekinetic. If he actually goes for Dark Surge. I don't think that's enough to KO. Oh, actually, secret ability, it probably will. It will KO if it's secret ability, which it is. Okay then. I think that's fine though. It's out of energy, so now I can actually go into my Luxor and click Raging Howl twice, and basically hope it's enough to KO these Sedimars. Could also go for the Dice Burst as well, but I think I'd rather go for the Raging Howl twice, or I could actually go for the Flash and Flee, go into my Gobidemic and then try and Trip Root it to death, but it's not poison, so I don't know how well that's going to go, so I think I'd rather go for the damage. Gobidemic can clean up the Revenine, so I basically want as much damage on the Sedimars as I physically can get. So let's see how it goes. Raging Howl, I mean, it's good damage, but it's not really enough, unfortunately. It's not really enough. Okay then. Don't really have like anything really to do here, so I don't really want to go for the Raging Howl. It's not really going to do too much here. I think I'm just going to go for the weights. Actually, I'm going to go for the rest. I think it's going to rejuvenate here. Let's see if he does. He should go for the rejuvenate here, I think. He does. Nice. Okay. So then, now I'm going to go for a Dice Burst, and then hope for the best because we aren't a very smart one, so we aren't going to be doing like a lot of damage output. There's a sharpen, okay. I'm going to start doing massive damage now, so now we're going to go for the Raging Howl. I'm going to try and do as much damage as possible, and basically hope that Trip Root from Gobidemic is enough to KO at this range, okay? That's like basically my only plan of action left. It is going to take it down to like half health, which is nice. Going to go for the Earthquake most likely. Actually going to go for the Nulla Sharpen. That is a little bit greedy because I am probably going to KO you at this range, right? Aren't I? He got a little bit greedy there. He should have gone for the Earthquake. He didn't need multiple Sharpens, so Luxor is going to come in clutch and basically carry the game. His team was so tanky. Like the only like things that he had that were like quick and could hit hard were like the Revenant and Volclaw, which are both fire types, so interesting team choice, okay? But yeah, I mean, really interesting. Just gonna Raging Howl. But yeah, a tankier team, so Luxor, not exactly the best in this situation. Also, that did a lot of damage. Jeez. That's I think Secret Ability still boosts that as well, but anyway. There we are, Luxor bonus out for that one. Not exactly the best team to use it against, like there wasn't a Vesperatu. They actually didn't bring the Cephalops, but hey, still got through the Sedimars because he was really greedy, okay? That's like the only reason why Luxor actually did something there. Okay then, hopping into the next battle, and as you can tell, we got the trifecta! The Cephalops that I mentioned in the last battle, the Vesperatu that I wanted to fight because it is very nimble, specifically for Vesperatu, and a Tatseb, which I can actually speed out, which is very nice. But yeah, gonna be interesting for this team, though. Okay, I'm gonna go with this team. I don't really have like any really like real reasons, but Medito doesn't really seem that great against this specific team, and for the what was the other one that I had? I forgot what the other Loomian I had was on my team, but either way, wasn't really worth bringing. I think I'm actually using the exact same team as was in the last battle, which, hey, is fine. And a Tatab lead, which is really good for me because Mugon loves that. So, yeah, although Vesperatu is most likely going to come out here, so I could actually go to this Breezy now, make a big brain play, but there's no real point. Just go for the telekinetic sweep, get some chip damage on the Vesperatu that is about to swap out. Plus, there's no point swapping out instantly, because I don't know how this guy battles. He might be an absolute mad lad and stays in predicting this Breezy swapping. You don't know, man. Although, if it is Airblood, that will suck, but not exactly the worst thing, because that means I can revenge kill it with Luxor. Anyway, let's go into Breezy here. I could go to my Luxor, predicting the Phantom Slash. Don't think it's really worth it, though, because if I get the wrong prediction, or he clicks Slapdown just for the thing that I'm about to bring out, because it makes more sense to click Slapdown. Yeah, can't really go into Luxor like that. Yeah, see, exactly, Slapdown. That is a good thing that I didn't do though, okay? Here, again, I am most likely predicting a swap out, most likely into the Tatab, so, could go for the talent trade, get rid of Awakening. That means that my Ferroblast will actually do more damage. I guess we can go for the Pestilence here, though. Trap in potentially whatever else is going to come in. Like, so for example, it's going to be the Tatab. I gotta go back to my Mutagon, and even if he predicts me to go into my Mutagon, he can't swap back out because he's trapped in by that one Pestilence. Actually, into Garbantis. Perfect. Garbantis is a little bit annoying for my team right now because I don't have my own Garbantis. I've got Bloat Tox, which will help me out a little bit, also avoid poison and stuff like that, but yeah, because he went into his Garbantis, we're just going to get rid of it with my Spreezer. We get a Sap Plant it now, and I can actually go for the talent trade just so I lose my water weakness to that Cephalops. That's a really good one because some people drop Frostbeam on Cephalops for like Hypnotize or like Barter Heavy Shackles, which is kind of funny. I kind of want to use something like that eventually, but yeah, so they're only like really left with like Dark moves, which I resist, although they're going to do a lot of damage because I have like no like real range defense, kind of like Garbantis in a sense. Or it can hit with a Tsunami, which I'm weak to because of my ability, so give me that ability, okay? Actually, it's a melee attacking Garbantis, okay? I wonder if it's secret ability one then, and not. Actually, we'll see. Is it Trash Armor? It is Slimy. I take it back. Give me my ability back right now, okay? Give me my ability back right now. This is an absolute garbage ability to have, man. Nope, give me mine back. I would rather have the water weakness than not having my 50 melee defense increase, okay? Venom Chomp, okay, interesting. Slimy, haha, now you're slow. Although I don't think... Are you slow on me? I don't know if I'm actually slow. No, I think he's... Oh no, I'm at like -1 speeds. So that's why he's been guaranteeing outspeed me. Anyway, This turn we go for the rest. He's not really dealing like any damage to Muche. Hey, I mean, hey, interesting Garbantis. Not exactly a Garbantis that I would like usually fight against, but I'm not going to complain, okay? I see the Trifecta, the Tatab, the Vesperatu, we know they have them, but do they have the Cephalops? If they do, perfect battle to try and showcase that Luxor, just do like some pretty nice damage to like the 2 direct types, and also if I do get the Speed Tie on the Tatab, I get that coin flip, Fire Breath. If it's like weakened it all a little bit, I can also just get rid of it or just do fat damage to it, because Tatab is a little bit annoying, okay, but I have got Mutagon, so it's not like the worst thing in the world. So yeah, melee defense drop, that kind of sucks. That really sucks. Gonna say the Spreezy low, they're most likely gonna go into the Tatab here, I would feel like, which, honestly, I can let the Spreezy go down. Like, I really can. Should I low? Probably not. But I'm probably gonna do it anyway. Actually gonna go into the Garrulash. Okay, that one's an interesting one, Garrulash. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've had my speed lowered, my melee defense lowered, and my melee attack lowered. One of those don't really matter, but still, the other 2 kind of do. So, here we're gonna go into the Bloatox. I'm trying to get the Luxor out, but it's really hard to get Luxor on the field. Kind of like a lot of other, like, frail things, kind of like Cinemoth, for example. You have to, like, send it out against something that you, like, quad resist. In Cinemoth's case, like, bug types. In Luxor's case, Spirit type moves, because that's the only thing it like is immune to. Even like a normal stab resist is going to do massive damage to it. Anyway, we poison here. Oh, I got provoked, dang it. Well, we Aqua Jaw here then, never mind. Okay, so because they brought the Garlash and the Vesperatu, going to assume they don't have the Cephalops, which is a little bit unfortunate, but hey, Vesperatu and Tatab. I'm just going to try and weaken that Tatab a tiny bit. And even if the Tatab, like, even if we don't weaken the Tatab, we can just, like, swap into Mutagon all the time, or Fire Breath, and then just deal with it later, so potentially just Quick Punch it, I guess. Primal, that kinda hurts. Ow, but sharp edges, hehehe. Okay, we could go back in Spreezy here, get, like, a, get a Sap Plant off, which isn't terrible, but I think we just stay in. Also, just realized, doesn't Garlash have Power Jaws? Isn't that better to use on Garlash, or is Terrifying actually better? Because I haven't really used a Garlash in a while, I'll say, okay, a while. I'm gonna swap back out, actually, into Tatab? Tatab, okay. I don't really know what... Oh, I wrote Tatab down again. Don't know why you went to the Tatab. What's Tatab gonna hit me with? Jungle Jutsu? Oh no, anything but that, man. Okay, let's actually go into Spreezy, actually. I think Spreezy is a good one here. Yeah, I'm gonna go into Spreezy. I don't think they're gonna Jungle Jutsu, and I'm gonna go for the Pharaoh Blast to deal some damage to the Tatab, which then I can try and go into my Luxor. Revenge Killer Tatab. Hopefully it's not like got some random defensive stats, okay? So it lives. Actually, it's Tyrex's last one, which isn't terrible. Also, accidental, but a really good swap-in by me, okay? Spreezy is absolutely amazing against Tyrex, so you'll love to see it, okay? Now then, we can go for the Pestilence, trap him whatever's going to come out, which honestly is probably the best play, although because it's a Tyrex, it can potentially have Scapegoat. I'd rather go for the Sap Plant so I can drain health from it, so that's probably better if I actually get the Sap Plant off. If the Tatab swaps in, I can Feral Blast it, and again, try and hit it with the Luxor. Anyway, that's fine. Garlash, I'm actually going to stay in here, and I'm just going to go for the Feral Blast. I'm just going to try and remove the Garlash. Like, Garlash and Garbantis, the Garbro's okay. I can, if I get rid of them, it's just looking even better. Fiber for the Tyrex, Fiber for the Tatab, and then basically wherever I want. I can actually just flash and flee the Vesperatu, so not terrible. I could actually probably Fire Breath the Vesperatu because it's like half health now, so that's also an option. Just Fire Breath 3 times in a row and hopefully win the game. Anyway, gonna go for the Feral Blast again here, I guess then. Just gonna Feral Blast, take out the Garlash. Now go into Tatab. Do it. Go into the Tatab. Take out my Sprees. Let me hit you a little bit and then take me out, okay? There you are, okay. Feral Blast, don't do too much damage, okay? I just need a little bit of damage. And then I need to win that Speed Tie. Jungle Jutsu. That's not terrible. I should live it. Critical hit. Well, I definitely would have lived it. Glad it Clearly it didn't KO me low because I needed a little bit more damage. Anyway, just gonna start plant. You never know. Could potentially go into Tyrex. Toxic Tail? That's risky. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna say that could be risky. If he didn't crit me, he would also have to go for the Jungle Jutsu twice. Anyway, Luxor, it's time, okay? Let's go get the sweep. Okay, well, kind of a sweep. Fire Breath, please get the speed tie. Please. I just need to outspeed it, okay? And you will definitely one-shot it from this range. Even if you are very nimble, okay? You will definitely one-shot it from this range. Even if I don't have a fire resistance. He goes for the withdraw into Vesperatu. That's fine. I outsped it already anyway. Does Fire Breath KO from this range? Please tell me it does. Oh, it does. Nice. I was gonna say that would suck low if it actually didn't. But hey, Vesperatu down. Tyrex is probably gonna come out now, which kind of sucks because it has metal. It has a Metal Crusher now, which will most likely one-shot me at this range. So I shouldn't stay in. But I mean, I have Mugon that will basically clean up the game for me. So I'm kind of curious. Let's see what Tyrex or what Luxor does to a Tyrex. I'm just gonna Fire Breath it. It should do like over half, like maybe like here-ish, I'm guessing, right? Maybe. Actually, I was close, okay. Actually, complete demo. Well, fun fact, Luxor definitely just died. It just straight up died, okay? There's no way it is living that. If it was the yellow metal move, there was a chance. Okay, maybe not a great chance because I am tender, so my melee defense is lowered even more than it already is pretty low. So not exactly a great chance, but hey, it's actually good to know that it does that much to a Tyrex, which is nice to know. Anyway, we just Mega Punch twice here now, and that basically should be the game. So Luxor, it's way better than what it used to be, okay? I mean, when it first came out in the game, like when the game first came out and people started getting Luxors, it was insane because Light type was the most broken. Well, I probably would say broken. It was like the most overpowered typing, by far the best typing in the game when the game first came out. Then obviously, like with somewhere along the lines, like I think near Rally Ranch, we nerfed the Light type, gave it an immunity, which is the plants are immune to it, which also made it drop quite significantly. The best typing right now in the game, I would definitely say, is the Earth typing. But yeah, and it really hit Luxor the hardest because every other Light type has, like, Valkyrie has like Metal Stab. Well, it now has good Metal Stab. Whereas Luxor was kind of like only had Light type moves: Luminous Roar, Raging Howl, Gloominousor would change into a Light type move. So it was really just stuck with Light type moves, which means every single plant type in the game didn't care about Luxor, although now it has Fire Breath, which can also, like, is actually really good for Luxor because you have, like, your strong Raging House to do massive damage, you got your Flashing Fleet to, like, dip out of there. If it's, like, a bad situation, we're getting a little bit of chip damage, which is nice. And then you got Fire Breath for your plants. Plants, which also you can't hit at all with your Light Stab. Also, because you're weak to Metal, Fire Breath is like a pretty good like coverage move for Metal as well, so there's that as well, which is very nice, so we'd love to see it. So yeah, anyway, there's Luxor. It is a little bit difficult to use. It didn't really get the best battles to showcase it really, but it's like 4 AM, okay? I am tired, I want to go to bed, so I'm going to leave off there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed though, and I'll see you guys next time.